Basakhulu bemumbo mwa Kenya muli wayi. Basyele bemumbo mwa Kenya muli wayi.
Kuronya
Baraka mwesi muli wayi. Kumulasi wana kwarura khubuli mundu yicha khulomela alala yicha khurekeresane buli ndalo ye mnyongesa saa 5 khumumbe FM tisalibo khomba khachibili nenase Kitui Okhwa SIMITI
Mumbo FM tisalibo khomba khachibili engo wefwe
kumulha kwefe kacha waena balebe ukayusha khulye nengo kumukasa kwefe kumukasa kukhururamo kubela basakhulu sibakhole khumakhuwa sikhane sebechanga tawe bakuka ubite babana benywe ukhweke sithinga chindayi bana bakhatha bakana tawe.
Okhwa SIMITI nende embilo omrekerso msimeji daka likhumende sita khungaki khochisa chirano bisabila yekho simusya kamekesyo ke khwibalusia namwe analysis namwe civic education namwe ngano wikomba khukalanga sikila endalo ino bechange ndalo yakamekesyo menaka khwarakekhe lisomo khulondakhana nende kamakhuwa kebisomo khubana besikhana lireba lyabao mbo khumini khanga bisesina khulondakhana namwe khwamana nende bisombo khubana besikhana ne nanwenya khana amini omwene omwana owanile sisombo namwe fofwesi kamareba menaka niko khulabona khwilunge khena ino khwenyakhana khabene bakene babili ndalindanga lavenda ingati ali khungira ali khupokha ambiare ala khonyola na khuchila nakhali nende daktari mukari mwa daktari uriya
mulamu ekwaneo
tawe so mulamu
asante
na khusimile
asante
daktari Lucy
Namusonge
okay awe na limba background khali wala khon
taumbela
limenyaria
talila yokusima wewe
akiwa biyi
endai
osomyanga bateresa khobola khimiro mineki
tawe nono se ngabakho balomelo bare semba Lucy na Tesho Namusonge esomyanga Kibabi University School of Nursing beyetanga bana kuba banasi nono abwena nokakona khuri kamakhuwa ka afya kosi kenyakhana khole khobidi umeke shwala bandu banende afya endai nono kusomyanga bana so that nono in future ulinende bana banyala bali bakhulinda nakukofula asante yes
oriya munoko ono manye batresa bali sinibo no balelanga bali ne buchuni
yes
khonende balala no munyola boli aloma bakasana we ne atona umwana ona khula ino kundo ona khububi
tai depending on the personality of mundu yes and the passion yes
tawe nakhsimile nakhwekhoyele khumumbe FM ndinende lisobila nandi barekeresi njei balanyola kamakhuwa kabili kataro khwama khwiwe
yes
nono embana khulune nayo ali khulundakhana nende bisomo khubana besikhana bana besikhana bakali bali nende ubweyango bukali bwe khungona limenya lyabwe khekhwe khulukanosa mu bwimbi omanye khale abele omwana omukhana sirekere nesimukhusyanga abele kamena kakilanga bakali babwe abele nanyolele sisombo nakhabera ta kabijanga makhuwa kechisoni bekisa sibabonekhana ta sibakende ne bashe ta ate babebusi baba nende chisoni mala abele chiboli chola chinyanga chichindi ne bayima omusakhulu obukhila khese kimyaka esendi ne kimyaka 50 khosa 60 ta lakini wacha bayima wa 60 uyoyo bamurerera omwana omukhana wa kimyaka 15 bali abele bwini abone nono baba eselo yebana yabechanga nende chingana kanimbo beilinde bakakwa mumena kata abone ne chinyanga chino babana besikhana banyolile ubwe yangu wekhungona limenya lyabwe omwana omukhana seluha namanyali esene khabele nomusakhulu sine babana kwenya khusale bana bole 10 bana base bakhamenye bari nona arakho sina ne school chinyanga chekhubera chicha chabira na khasa maskali karo nono chinyanga chisenda ne khali babandi sebali nende likhalile hata bakhakanga khuli akho kamaembe barachanga machumbe nono lyara akho chumbe riyo sisomba skwa kama khwamenaka oli nende bukambi sisina khobana bena
okay nono wabone no handla kama kabana bahana katekemanga nende age yomwana ubela nolomori okay nolomori bana bali aged between 14 to 15 years namwekhe khulama khuri for reproductive age of teenage reproductive teenage pregnancies khulama khuri between 14 to 19 years for example bana bena Kenya khana khupule very keen interest because ubela they are not really mature to make decisions akina khulama oache school mana then along the way she's still single then aloma kanyole siso but to me I can take it as a personal decision hubela mundu kama chwile enough to make decisions no bandu nibo Kenya hana take a keen interest so much the teenage girls most specifically hubela nowadays you see now culture you see are changing ono bandu there's this notion that I can still be a single mother, there's no problem hubela I'm independent nyalinda bana base no nenyola sisombe tabu serihota abon and these are now the mature you say now above 25 years babe na to me is a personal decision to me it's not really so much of keen interest hubela they have made the decision but now bana ba kehevan of the teenagers most of them abechanga they have been coerced into it hubela maybe because of personal gain wabone poverty is at a very high rate and these kids could be now engaging in extramarital sex for example unprotected sexual intercourse so that they can get monetary gain for sustainability
bachichanga masikira mundu haba wisiringi 200
basurvive hubela poverty is very high
bananga abantu balomanga bali bachichanga skills bali nende vitaba bya khuyeta munyanga cyabo cye mwezi nono bali achayime malakuli
yes
nono khokholo ali khumilimo
because wabone the needs are so many akoma with this they need to eat Kenya hana support the family wabone Kenya hana alipe school fees ache school needs are so many sanitary pads piliabwe na you cannot do without at the end of the day when you're they are looking for somebody to give that support like a bridging gap at the end of the day babechanga very timid with very low self-esteem they cannot make decisions on their own so men also take advantage
abonambo kanyolelewa
kanyolelewa business yes money like you sex for gain abone
khurebe mai omwana owesikhana khobole khulumwana wesikhana diliye komba na mukhukhwenya khuba nende omundu wesisecha chinyanga chino lizwa kekhanga na basili bana bake
yes
kimyaka 8 9 10 bana bano no mulola kumubili kwewe kunyala kwakanila khokwekomba khobone ndo musecha
exactly
abone
yes
wakana limenya bindu nibe khuliana nende bindu biro ebyo nende exposure bala ulanga TV bala balelo ndelanga nende limenyanga sibala nekhazi
yes
skali karyo ne khali sakulalo malmane nabota sikila nono ngane wa khare ra kumutambo koko ne ku kila ne beruma khukhala ka bibindu benebe efeza khulalo malmane nabo ngababebusi ta namwe ngasire kereta namwe ata kama mu kanisa namwe ata school babone nono bonoli kirikimiro mo kyanana kyomwebusi kyamwalimu namwe pastor khulalo malmane ndo mana
every bunda lende enafasi Kenya hanabukule abone you know long time everybody atekanga responsibility for every child umwana balomanga the child belongs to the society lakini chisku chino bintu byachenjira hubela abantu basasisi benyo umuntu akerekere bana babweta you see and now no che school wakana mwalimu Kenya kukerekera omwana then the child will go and inform the parent no musasi Kenya hakeke che school na chaka kurafua wabone and then now everybody becomes hands off lakini hubela because most of the time wana no sabe changene ndo musasita most of the time they are either in school or having peers no if at all if we cannot have like interdisciplinary collaboration buri mundu keche pamoja so that we come together all of us and assist this girl child you see in terms of advocacy upasa information you see the correct information this information can only come out strongly if all of us take that responsibility and
monanga abana balala alumali maikangania aluhaluma manende bantu nupo kamanyeleta amone
yes.
Katira liko alieneli sana omwana omukeke kimyaka 8 wakatira tira bandu wakakesha bandu na muhaluma bande bandu bakamanyeleta
yes.
Amwena aba yani omwebusi kamwelesha that information kakariyo nebolanga waina na mubolanga bisesina ne bele khula banje khula maluma busa na mwe bintu bino bakhola ndi bantu bamanyile
yeah you know abone psychologically you know sometimes whatever we tell a child oyelo apa roho yetu mwana kane so roho muyeta ta hobelo mwana no yesi ali inquisitive they want to know more ona kherebari why is my cambolare haloma banende fulani tana mweka khesi fulani ta hobela sina abone and you see as they go out there they start interacting and the band peers you see and now they see what their peers are doing na bozibenya huhaka wabone but you see it's always good just to be open straight to the point ita olalomori don't greet so and so na mwana ohaloma manje fulani ita but just tell somebody no if you talk to so and so these are the boundaries wabone you get to this level because wabone even instilling self-esteem and self-belief it's all about human interaction no hajala ku interact and babandu ta sonyala wamanya what is happening out here tawe wabone and that's why now we end up making mistakes babana bano they will still make their own personal decisions on what to do ata nwabolo lo khase fulani you know have a right to choose whom to greet
ndi no nga khise na mali ai Kitui no yakhabana alo mukofu anja khondangali beb
yes exactly wabone and they get carried away you see mama isa mlang hard babe tena mobinano yani aniabe changa sa hurafua wabone and then you find there's somebody who is treating you so well what happens
no kwanza murimba no ulira sa wiolele siyabsa
yes baso bola homa ita evesi no top secret but you see at the end of the day hama nyebusa siso boni sichileo
no manye kolinende abundu abili
yeah
kolinende omwana mulalo lo kholari ario malaka ke sa khobebisa na kolinende okude ha kholari malalo bebisa bamanyile
yes
amuwala sabali oyo chacho wikalende Kitui wikalende Kitui omusingira jingo omupanzira jingo omutekele zino week na mama no mwana ka school bali akhola homwaka mala wachira kwa Kitui kyomuyete khuteka akoloba abone sikira mama nyine bali nacho wa Kitui omundu busanga babandu bana alamutira tira khomabeka nesisomba sikwamo babone oli nono sisomba sikwamo nabalwa kwabere kumteko
exactly yes
mayi omwana ino alechana nolunde sala bakho niyo mubechanga nene muchane neta alejana wa police
yes exactly now it's that what is a very interesting matter hubela nono ebechanga like a business sort of you know parents trying to use their children who hola biashara maku gain ita and it's all timeless to poverty abano halipo wata if you are able to sustain yourself there's no way you push your child to an old man to go ahead and get pregnant wabone lakini hubela now there's a lot of poverty in Wenya survival now you are targeting a rich man somewhere however old he is kecha amwoko and this man can only save you through your daughter wabone but remember umwana in the future you see you have to secure this child's future and that's why I said wabone Bungoma County it has like the highest level of sexual and gender based violence at 62.2% as per the KDHS 2022 hubela sina teenage pregnancies early marriages and all that because bandu they don't really want to really work towards the future. When immediate gratification of need, now they want to like encourage their young people, the teenagers, whatever maybe money through sexual, whatever, sexual interactions with older men. But you see, at the end of the day, it's a solution. We need to look for a viable solution to secure their future, because the future belongs to the young people. And if at all we are going to mess them up, who are there, old aged. You see, it's now a generation at risk.
Gender-based violence.
Yes.
Sigira embagane mbere ni nayo abelese hengi bonela mu bikyo byene bitu. Nono nenya wilire ho mwanyuma. Kama ho ka gender-based violence. Sigira no rumikira li kwa violence. Yani abasili sina ninisho mundu harumikira mala oyukundu uli moyoyo sekere keheta sali mota.
Yes.
Nono ndakwa ko bwe yangu obala ya kabwena ne kali lenya ko ulo hati obregerize nya ko ulo hati nya ulo hati nasimile mfalme kabaka owasiange na ko kolana ano kimilimo halmali kama hokano kalimo kamekeso kamalai orioko mfalme osiosnioli ne halumregerize na kobola nenya daktari kele hanyuma akobolele violence yeyo nano ni victim next hachabundu tawe.
Kakamega, Evungoma, Bosia, Nindebihiga, Rekiresia Mumbo FM, Hutisalibo, Homba Hochibiri, Mumbo FM, Engo Efwe.
Okhwa SIMITI nende embilo. Orio, mrekezi chidaka kama nane, hola chisasita kuchako kaluha siya embaha, huirekehela kukehutu, kurerera luma sawa, hola wana hola kama wakebule, sini kukanu sana hola lumanga kano, na ihali lusa kia lulunde, na ihali daktari, na hola maholi violence.
Yes.
Manyawa holi nende omundu mini hemu violence. Yani holi nende mulu amuli victim.
A victim, yes.
No mungana kanicho victim alina omwana onyole sisombo na mundu niye barekireka kwamo kana sisombo na mwe bombi then the day babeshanga bombi victims, you see. Then the power power depends on either side, who is more powerful than the other. Everybody wants to have their way by force, because one thing, sexual and gender-based violence, each angle when there is misunderstanding or you engage into something when you are not ready for it. For example, it's how a girl is forced to an older man. Now she goes ahead and gets married. Who will expectations? You see, but by the time you go there, you go and realize that there's nothing that you are gaining there. Your work is to do house chores. You turn out to be a house girl. Your expectations were so different. It was about monetary gain, but now you are no longer getting that. Now you start using force. You want by force. My expectation was you need to support me and my family, but that support is no longer forthcoming. You see, this you start now using force. Because he also had his own intentions, you never know the intentions. They can be either good or bad, but you see now the moment you start using force, he hits back, and that is how sexual and gender-based violence comes in. They will now start fighting between the two. Either way, both men and women are affected by this problem, and it's just because of the unresolved issues that are existing in our society. Abone likhwalibo fulilimbo babandu abantu banende bwe yango bukali bwe khulela abana bano kholinge ifefu
yes
skira khale khalomanga kholi omwana we muserekere nalolo omundu ulekhana nende papa wewe amulanga ali papa
yes
nona khula nende ubupapa wo mbejanga ngengenda khungira mbo kuna mubaba amepita hapa kupapa kwa khabira na mumu papa ka khabira yani ndekhana nende papa na mwendo lekhana khuba nga papa mala nono ubupapa obwo ni bonu bukhendu mikhira ukhwenya khuumba kasho mwana ino nekisa kindi ate omwana omwene alakhakanga nabolali kabali khu TV bakholanga aba umusakhulu inaba nishali nasho silai nekanja khukhwirera simbi nekhukhwenya khuba nende yani khukhwenya khubukhola umusakhulu inanja khumoka sikira kheja nekha wakana kheja khafwarire chingo na bulebe namwe kheja khemba kumwenya namwe kheja nekha khukhinilakho awone nekha khutira kholibeka wakana wachile khikhala ni mwikhalangei las nekeja awena awasa no mwana ino namwe kheja sa Mungu
yes
responsibility namwe kuli kumulimo kwa nani khukhingilira omwana ino khulekha khukhwawukha nende omusakhulu yuno kuli kumulimo kwa omusakhulu yuno namwe kuli kumulimo kwa omwana yuno
hey interesting omwana ino remember omwana ino is a teenager this is a young person and you see teenagers between 13 to 19 Omwana, is not really mature enough. They are really carried away by hormones and all that. However, now they get very excited. Because he's mature enough, he can make decisions. The mind is not really mature, you see, and sometimes it can just be peer pressure from the parents. It's just there's a pushing force. She ends up having those interests in that old man. But in real sense, if she's under normal circumstances, but you see, as a mature person, you have to be firm. You stick to your principle. The problem is, older people, let me talk so. And you see, it can be either way. It can even be, you see, nowadays we have mumama, mubaba. It can be two ways, not only the girls also. Now we want also to protect the boy child also and even advocate for the boy child. It can be an older woman, older man. At the end of the day, they hold the highest position in society. But you see, if you are really like somebody who is responsible, I cannot engage with you. But however, you are taking advantage of this young child. Exactly, you use your power to suppress a young person. It is very wrong. And at the end of the day, this person, as long as someone is a minor, or take a responsibility as an adult.
Chief Wesirekere Lukongo, location near Kipingay, Chief Kimaser, Alhano Male, Holinende Namusonge and Chinganakani. Chebukes Wawahan, technical approach, Okhwa Machimba Kachawahan. Exactly. Multidisciplinary collaboration. Yes. Nona Habolali. Multidisciplinary collaboration, if one hangenji Babebusi, Sikila Babebusi is about home minute. Why exactly. They are not responsible.
Yes. Now it's because I don't know how best we can go to the grassroots. So that whatever advocacy we are doing, let's engage everybody. If it's the parents, the decision makers in the community, you see, they have a very big role to play. Chief Barazas, we have community health volunteers with us, we have churches and all those people. And we go to the grassroots. Problems start at the grassroots. Now, see, they have a very big role to play here. Multidisciplinary, it's everybody's responsibility. Like, for example, we have that issue called kangaroo courts, whereby parents just come together in secret. They just go and now make solutions with the responsible parties. The parents to the boy and parents to the girl. But we kangaroo court, they solve those issues under the carpet. Now at the end of the day, Onyolesi Sombo does not even get, what we call support, from even the authorities and everything for action to be taken. We cannot even take anything. The public. Yes.
Action. Action to be taken.
Yes.
No, bukula action. Scenario. Omwana mkhana acha wo mwana omsore.
Yes.
Ono mwana basomanga busa. Wakana nali mu 7 nali mu 6. Omwana mkhana ali mu 6, omwana omsore ali mu 7.
Yes.
Bekhala nenai. Omwana omkhana ochile wo msore. Abone omwana omuzorere balikho basira bano balikho shy sibali nende sinanita omwana omkhana nalende sinani khumuzorere yino
yes
umuzorere ngawa kamani ngamuramo sisombo no wenje mbolo bukule action khumuzorere.
Now, okay, you need to take action in the essence that we take responsibility. These two people are minors, so at the end of the day, decision remains with the buck stops with the parents, if at all they have parents. These are minors. No. There are two people in this, and that's why now we are introducing the issues of kangaroo courts, for example. Like that's one of the issues whereby now us has from both sides now have to come together and agree.
Baloma
So no is where we have now a very like challenging situation. Kenya hanaba fukiriza baloma batawe bana bano havendele kusoma lakini mukhana she can give birth and then go back to school, but the boy's parents will take responsibility. The boy is a minor and is still in school.
Now lireba.
Yes.
Normal responsibility. Sinanjo Babebusi bomusore benyekhana bakhole. Abakhuru ngira omwana ino limenya buli sindu iskuli chingubo uniform buli sindu namwe khulera omwana khongene
khulera omwana. To me, as per my opinion, this girl has the responsibility of her parents. But omwana kejiri and this child belongs to both parents. These minor parents. No, at the end of the day, not even 50-50 from either sides. But now the boy's side, Kenya Hanaba was supported 50 to the child, not to the girl.
Sikila zenike mbolila ngata nike mbona ngata chimba njo holanga na omwana mkhana kanyole sisombo na khache mform 1 abone nona Babebusi bo musorere nibo barungiranga omwana mkhana mu secondary sikila abonono yani abayani bamweleje kumusiko koko nono ne bose bakola ko shosho tsta rara uyo mwana kana sina rara uyo mwana kuche mkoti kana sinano vindu bine.
That is just running away from responsibility. We just have to face facts the way they are. So long as this child is still a teenager and they are not even married, the girl is still staying with the parents. The only thing that has come in between is this child. Kenya Hana Savendel their responsibility towards the girl. Unless they are married. Yes. Paka amal. Because she can still decide to get married to somebody else.
So
in fact bachenjanga sana. So
mbonanga khurungiranga manyefa khurungiranga bana bakhana umurungira sakaja kaso makama na kama yonende nani
and you are not my type you are not my type. No can avoid into such scenarios. So at the end of the day, it's a mistake that has already occurred. Let's take responsibility of the child and ensure that the child is well taken care of. Like the girl must remain the responsibility of the parents. Yes.
Madam Koto mawaliranga kamenaga. Karama. Akora so urujini ngile 200. Ulubukani. Mana buli mwezi. Umwana ali mu form 1. Khumuyeta bali mahitaji kewe chini ngile 200. Zibala zino.
Okay.
No kanya kana khumale. Ni kombele daktari abano lakini kachelewe ne khali ndamwimira bwe yangu alomala bare keresi. Ne khali ubusiro bweno buli nende mungana kani. mungana kanisa kina abandu bano bali musirekera luka ibandu bakabakhala bono ata bachesono wama mwatai wache mwatai sikali kari oyino kamera muno kanyolenda malamu omwele kama omo babone ne bali erikanda la kubole koli minus wala mangol minus
yes
kabali khurao sina nise khwenya khukuma okholilekan aba musirekera sesho bule bebula chila bure kimilimo kila chila kili manya abakama kali
obviously yes no then when you khuyime solution to this
nenya khore bange wewe babandu babili bano babanjala nanga kumuliro manye bekhale kwanjalanga kumuliro wa papa Joel nendo opicho those are my neighbors ngane khokhule mala omwana wa SIMITI kawelesho omwana opicho siso awone kumuliro kina banjale
now you know tayo abone ka depends because because okay, what can I say? Depending on, you know, I was talking about something called expectation. What was the expectation? What was the reason behind? Was it like chama macha baba mala somehow things happened? Umwana you know kanyola sisombo. Or was it like umwana you know Kenya husomata? They just want to settle and get married at that age. You see. Reasons also differ.
No khulo malama mwana ino khumanya sifuno sikilile ne bachama.
Yes, we need to know.
No malama ne bana ba.
The parent, we start with the parents. Because the parents are the sole have the sole responsibility of these children.
Bana bari babebusi. Subana malama bino pelata.
No, if they cannot, then they need to look for somebody they trust most around. But we cannot go to authorities very fast before we solve our things in house.
Huche bwami libenga last resort.
So that now we go to to authority who may now a solution to this. But at the end of the day, some people go so high, they don't want to discuss it. They come to like a consensus or an agreement, and that's why we to the authorities. But you see, at the end of the day, solution remains with us. You see, if we cannot take responsibility of finding solutions to our problems, nobody can solve our problems. Kenya can take the sole responsibility of all that. For Ben.
Aliyo na bere ne balo so babili mukari munoli chumali awere malabenga kukwangwaje na baliko kuli kumulimo kwe bandu be musirekere sirekere sino khofokirije na kuli babana befwe na bakenda sefwabi na kuba uko.
It's okay, and that's why we are talking of interdisciplinary collaboration, or it's everybody's responsibility. But at the end of the day, who has the biggest share or chunk of the responsibility? It's the parent. Omsas, definitely. You cannot say like I'm relinquishing power to people outside when myself I'm not taking responsibility. Kenya Hana, I take the leading role. The rest will be like a support system. Like what are you doing? What is your role? Because we are finding like they are so defensive towards their children. Don't know however much you'll tell me that it's my responsibility to instill discipline and the parent is not in support to that. What happens? After all, my was a salomanga hoyota. Now my papa said does not even mind whatever I do. So it becomes so complicated. But you see, when a child sees that my parent does not entertain me doing wrong things, the child definitely will be scared also to do those things. And when he's corrected by other panyalaka, rekeres.
No, holinende chisa kechibili. Kuna chisa kechibili nicho bana bano be halangam. Wachichanga mkanza.
Yes.
Mala bibindu nibyo pa hola ngane baselo khane bakenda makanisa. Lukali mukanisa khukwikyala la khubukana busa khukholala kimilimo kyabwe ke baraka mukanisa mo.
Yes.
Kholinende lusa kyelo lundi eskuli. Eskuli ni bana bano bali khalanga bisabile.
Yes.
Nono kekhala khosanende papa nende mai wakana khobole khuli 20-30%.
Yes.
Abone 40% elihu eskuli, 40% ili mukanisa.
Yes.
No khoyimangira sina khokhwinyosha liri maria chisa kechi chitaru.
Yes.
mala khurumekila ngilasina khwaba ambasia mungana kati ya khaba babebusi ne barangire nende khulera abana ne khali esikuli nende mukanisa bose bakameo mala khuyete bana befe basaluhe mungilenda.
Okay, well, we are talking of social interaction, ita. No, those are the three wings, ita. Only the parent, ita, the church, and the school. So parent Kenya are very close to the school, is that? Because you see, like a good example when I'm talking of like I teach at Kibabi University and we have students there. When you're in a room, I think when in first year, I has a home compound motor, I have a holusi muta, and as a mile and a chichanga class in a muta wabone. So there's some detachment there, it's a disconnection. You know, almost as you know, cat and ploma and you come later. So the child is like, almost as you know, okay, she's no longer like much interested in my welfare or whatever that I'm doing. No, the child now goes and switches off to the peer, and now peer pressure sets in. Now you go to the church. Okay, churches now we have very different types of churches and all that. It depends on the type of church man. I know catch them. So if even you as a parent, you've not instilled religious discipline in your child, out there, you know, hopping from one church to another and all that. But you see, there's that spiritual, you know, mentorship that you have to instill in your child. You see, this is how the religious doctrine talks about, and this is what you are supposed to do. You see, you've already instilled the religious concept into them and on what they are supposed to do. You are following up in their school system and getting to know, you know, how is she or he faring on with the studies? Are you interacting with even the teachers so closely to get to know their progress? So through that, we have now an interconnected system whereby they are working together in unison towards the good, positive outcome of this young person. But you see, there is a disconnect between those three arms. They are not working together. Exactly.
Whoa. Aya, papa ne mai. Kamunyola. Ne khali khumale horo. Wanyala kubanende bukambise bwo khuru mehla bwe yango bwonga omwemele simwalimu somyanga bana.
Yes,
we khalanga ne bana bano kanata mulala kaye kokha ka go bola gale efolanga go matam kai kokha ka go bolela go busero ne bana ena.
Yes,
khuru mehla bwe yango bwo wakana otabusie ne holo malomanende babana kholo malamanende babebusi nende kholo malamanende efwefe barekeresi nganono society.
Yes. So this is an especially first kubasasi, they should take sole responsibility of their children. Kenya hanabamanya mwana, you know, what kind of friends are they having? You see, they usually say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. No, Kenya hanabamanya, just take keen interest of your child's welfare. Let us not be too busy. We are looking for manomo anahativa. And then also for the young person, basically we are targeting these teenagers. But mostly let's talk of the young person. Kenya have open enough, you know, to share their challenges with their parents and even the people around them so that they can be able to get solutions. Problems shared is half solved. The problem is over now, I know they keep things to themselves, and at the end of the day, Bachaka who regret when a mess has already happened. No Kenya hanakubende that open-mindedness, being free and open to share our challenges. And now the entire community, let us not be after rejoicing I think we are living in a society whereby people are just ready to criticize and to really laugh at people when they are having challenges. But to me, it's all about having a support system towards having a good society. I'm just looking that in the coming future, which kind of generation are we bringing up? If at all, there's a lot of disconnect, you know, and people are just doing things that are wayward. So, meaning that our future generation is really at risk. Now we bring our heads together, you know, and really come up with solutions that can help in assisting these young people, you know, listening to them, you know, guiding them and all that. But solely omusasi number 1. Yes.
I want to go no manenyo chilile mzikila ne hali bisa bya khorombore na simile honyola bwe yango wicholo malo menena fwe ne khutinyisha bare keresi khu Mumba FM.
Asante
ne holanga londi mai tumakawicha
ndecha yeah
olona ndo wenya khokhesia khole
no nyala khase sana ndakholwa ku Kibabi University, the vice chancellor Dr. Ipara and all the staff of Kibabi University. Nenya khokhesia ho mai was Ada Namwaya and my brothers and sisters kina Jeremy, you know, kwa Mamilo so yeah, so and hola mahuritawe Kenya hana kuchitire who yet the society. We need to really work towards having a better society.
Orako.
Asante.
Upewa kabiru mrejesu msime holele kelanga kukehotu kecha kukhurerera mubalai kama kwa kebule siwe bana honya khwelungike ngana honya la khwatikiya sibala sefu hachabu ndutawa chila khuba ku Mumba FM tisalibo khomba khachibili nende myanda na chibili khomba khutsa oli mngoma ni mani Kitui SIMITI.